Top 10 Tricks to Flirt Better. Understanding number 1 can change everything. Subscribe for more psychology tricks. Love may be an enigmatic experience. It's one of those pleasures that makes us feel truly alive, and experiencing it firsthand may completely transform your outlook on life. Love is wonderful. It's a strange blend of science and intuition that we'll probably never fully comprehend. There are certain irrefutable psychological truths regarding attraction and love. Attraction is a significant element of what makes us human, and it's one of the most researched aspects of social psychology. From the impact of no-brainers to the most important things you can do to win over your future romantic partner, here are the top 10 tricks to flirt better. Learn how to make a good first impression. Making a solid first impression is by far one of the most efficient techniques of enticing someone. Some individuals may be disappointed by this because you can't go back in time and remake an excellent first impression if you've already met the love of your life. This just goes to show how important this step is. It's something to keep in mind when going out the door. Am I wearing my best clothes and high-spirited? Do what you have to do to make sure you are always ready to meet new people with a ready face, even if you're just going to the grocery store. Going the additional mile to portray oneself in the best light possible is something that we can always manage if we're healthy enough to socialize. That effort may go a long way at that critical first meeting. According to studies, the critical time might last as little as 30 seconds. Various studies show that people decide whether or not they want to be with someone within half a minute of meeting them. And those first impressions stick with you. It means you only have a limited amount of time to get someone to think of you as a high-quality person. This may appear complicated at times. And it is. There's frequently little you can do to change someone's mind about how attractive they find you, but you have a greater chance at getting what you want if you understand the importance of first impressions. The mere exposure effect. We're confident that many of our viewers have had first-hand experience with this. Have you ever felt that you're slowly falling in love with someone with whom you spend a lot of time with, such as a classmate or a coworker? That's how the mere exposure effect works. You may think that you have been struck by Cupid's arrow, but it's a little more complicated than that. The mere exposure effect argues that the more time you spend with someone, the more likely you are attracted to them. Researchers have previously discovered that pupils who live closer together are more likely to be friends than those who live further apart. Another study found that men in the same class thought women who attended class more often were more attractive. So, how can you put this into practice in your hunt for love? Spending more time with them is an excellent place to start, but don't be that annoying person that follows them around everywhere. A lost puppy dog is only so cute for so long. 8. Body language. Body language influences desire. Humans may not dance or put on shows like other animals during mating rituals, but if you look closely, we have our ways of signaling our desire, without saying anything. And the reality is that many individuals are unknowingly delivering the wrong messages through their body language. Some of us have a defensive instinct to cross our hands or arms in front of our bodies to block them off. According to studies, this conveys the message that we're inaccessible. Instead, indicate that you're accessible by opening out your body. People may not trust people who don't reveal their hands. So, place your hands in a comfortable posture out in the open. When it comes to attractiveness and intimacy, smiling and eye contact are also significant. Studies show that proper posture is the number one thing you can change easily that dictates health and wellness. Show that you're at your best. 7. The Chameleon Effect. This fascinating psychological phenomenon has been discussed in earlier publications, and it also works wonders in the area of attraction. The chameleon effect is always a safe bet, whether you're attempting to persuade someone to agree with you or fall in love with you. This is what happens when someone begins to feel more pleasant to another due to copying subtle body language and mannerisms. If you seek tiny clues to understand how people might feel, then mimic someone's actions, people will unconsciously perceive you as beautiful and liked. But be careful not to go overboard. You don't want to appear too apparent, nor do you want to duplicate everything they do. They could be confused or believe you're making fun of them. It's all about nuance in this scene. If they nod their head while speaking, for example, you might want to do the same. Adopt a similar posture if they stand with their weight transferred to one leg. You could have a better chance of attracting someone you like if you can chameleon. 6. Matching hypothesis. This is undoubtedly one of the oldest and most intriguing ideas out there, yet it makes perfect sense when you consider it. When you look at most couples, you can see the matching hypothesis in action. Have you ever noticed how they all appear to be similarly attractive? That, it turns out, isn't by chance. According to the matching hypothesis, people are more likely to be attracted to beautiful others in the same way they, themselves are. You may want to be with the most attractive person in school, but don't expect it to be reciprocated. If you're in a relationship with someone statistically more beautiful than you are, you're less likely to be pleased with the connection. So, both while you're attempting to attract individuals and after you've already formed a relationship with them, it's a good idea not to set your ambitions too high. After all, why would you want to be in a relationship with someone only based on appearances? We all know that a person's personality is far more significant than their appearance. That being said, be sure to pluck your eyebrows, work out a few times a week, eat your veggies and think excellence. Extremely attractive people are also attracted to people who have control over their surroundings just like normal-looking people, so looks don't matter that much when aiming high as long as you're actuating in your Maslow's hierarchy of needs. 5. Chill with the Prattfall effect. Don't strive for perfection. Many of us wish we could do that when attracting that particular someone, but unfortunately, it's much easier said than done. It's normal for many of us to tighten up when we're among folks with whom we have crushes. The good news is that it shows you care. The bad news is that continuing to strive for perfection might backfire disastrously. This is due to something known as the Prattfall effect, which you should be aware of. Essentially, the Prattfall effect states that people are drawn to individuals who expose their shortcomings. That's correct. Despite how counterintuitive it may seem, most people find imperfection appealing. You can't be making errors left, right, and center if you want to come out as competent. However, if you make a few errors here and there, that particular someone may perceive you as more accessible and human. So relax. 4. Tell them a secret, and ask about their secrets. Is there anything more personal than revealing someone a secret and then asking them about their own? Confessing something profound and unique to someone else necessitates trust, affection, and a shared set of ideals. Secrets must be earned, and telling someone something incredibly private and intimate may make them feel more attracted to you. Self-disclosure is a psychological term that you may utilize to your advantage if you're attempting to attract someone's attention. It always feels nice to get things off your chest at the end of the day. Even if the individual isn't interested in you, it will undoubtedly be a private time. These personal encounters might sometimes lead to something more. You never know. If everything is going well, you could ask them to tell you a secret in exchange, which will lead to even more intimacy and trust. According to studies, personal inquiries, as opposed to small talk, nearly always result in higher levels of attraction. Three. The game loss theory. We've all heard about the alleged benefits of playing hard to get, and there are individuals who feel that instead of flinging themselves at their crush's feet, they should make things a bit more difficult for the people they're interested in. This strategy can backfire, as some people have discovered the hard way that playing hard to get only leads to uncertainty and loneliness. But what if you don't like someone when you first meet them, but you grow to like them over time? Researchers have discovered that this progressive shift in emotions may result in attraction. According to research, if test subjects accidentally overheard someone expressing bad things about them, they were more likely to be drawn to them when they later heard them say nice things about them. If someone believes you've changed your mind about them from terrible to excellent, they think they've earned your admiration and trust, and your sentiments for them are more fundamental. But, before you go around disparaging everyone you encounter, keep in mind that this will probably only work if you don't like someone at first and then warm up to them later. 2. We're red. This is arguably one of the oldest truths about attraction you'll ever hear. Yet it's also one of the most widely accepted psychological principles. Red is reportedly the most beautiful hue you can wear, and curiously enough, both men and women are more drawn to people who wear it. So, if you are on a first date or wanting to catch the eye of that particular someone, you might want to wear that red shirt or blouse. Consider all of the women and renowned actors who have donned red in movies. Even a cartoon, Jessica Rabbit, who wears a red dress, is arguably the most famous cartoon representation of the ideal feminine bombshell. When you think about it, there are many other instances. Celebrities on the red carpet wearing many red gowns, wanting to get their followers talking. According to several studies, those who wear red are more successful in dating situations, and some say that red represents high status. 1. Know how to touch them. While many people believe that touching should only be done after you've established that someone is interested in you, there is some leeway here if done in a consenting way. Although you should avoid touching someone in a provocative or intrusive manner after only meeting them, there are certain subtle things you may do to help foster attraction, without the other person noticing. Touching a person's arm softly and briefly during a discussion, or tapping on their shoulder to catch their attention, are two examples. These are harmless behaviors that may not necessarily imply desire. When physical contact is involved, however fleeting and harmless, there is always a heightened sensation of intimacy on a deep, unconscious level. This phenomenon has been studied extensively, and it is referred to as subliminal touching in the psychology field. That's all. Thanks for watching Psychology Hero. Make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below saying, "I subscribed," and we'll try our best to reply to your comment.